Well, hello, guys. Good morning. It is Sunday, April 21st, 2024. And I'm coming to you live from Sterling, Virginia, as always. So I thought today we would continue working on our game in case, why not? Instead of playing a game, let's write a game. Because I've always, I've never been a big video game guy. I never have. I've always been more interested in how the games work than in actually writing them. But that was always kind of just how it was with programming in general. So yesterday after the stream, I did do a little, not a lot. I did do a little more work on this program. So what I wanted to do today, I had an idea of what I wanted to do, and it might. Let me get. Jeez, and it might be a little bold. Maybe it might be a little too. It might be a little too much. Wait, can I sign on to this? Give me a sec. Give me. Here we go. So no, Jira software. So what I did was I wrote down what I wanted to do in a actual like software tracking software. It's called Jira, and it's used by like it's pretty much it. I would guess it is the most popular like ticket tracking, work tracking, bug tracking software in the industry. And so I have a little Jira for the game here. And so the next feature that I kind of wanted to do, how do I get rid of this on the side here? Is there a way to get rid of that? Let's see. Apparently not. Okay. So yesterday what we did was we were able to actually select mode or not. We were able to select easy, medium, and hard modes for the game. That's what we implemented. I've got an issue here. What is this? Forgot a parenthesis there, and then I think there's something else I need to comment out for now. And then last night when I was looking at this, I realized that there is a bug. But the thing that I wanted to look at today was I wanted to be able to start implementing game modes when you're actually playing the game, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Once the game, it's going to take a minute to compile. But here's a little screen of kind of what the game is. So over here on the right hand side is where you have the grid itself, and you can see the grid and its glory, which I got lazy and I stopped after just a few rows of the grid. But this is kind of what it would look like. You'd have a timer. This would be the timed mode, right? You would have a timer up here. It's counting down. Actually, I now have the timer counting up, but the counter would be counting down, and it would show you the name of the country, in this case, Bolivia. I will always use Bolivia as an example when I can. It'll show you the map of the country, and then it would show you a fun fact about the country. And I figured that as the timer is counting down, the fun facts would get displayed. Like first, maybe it would just show Bolivia. Then after 3 or 4 seconds, it would show the map. Then after 3 or 4 seconds, it would show a fun fact. And then that's kind of as far as I got on the UI design. So what we have here is I started the timer. Whoa, that timer is big. And you can see just pressing the space bar starts and stops the timer. It's nothing revolutionary. And you can draw. But if you look here, it says press space to submit the drawing. So the way that I want this to be kind of like imagine everything went away. Imagine the game was kind of like competitive or something like that. Like you were trying to like set a record or something, and set a record or something like that. Like you could eventually have a leaderboard, right? What I want is when you're drawing the map, you draw, press space, and then when you press space, that's when what you've drawn gets submitted and measured for accuracy and all of that. So I think so. What I would like to do today, I'd like to work on this timed mode a little bit more, but at the same time, then we also want to have a free draw where the game doesn't have a timer. And it just kind of shows you the name of the country, a map, and then the fun facts as the fun facts go on. And you kind of you can draw as long as you want. So in the timed mode, The the goal in the time mode would be as many as you can with as high as accuracy as you can, whereas the goal in the free mode would be kind of just like as high as accuracy as possible. And Bird of Prey is in the room, says Kopla. Hello, Bird of Prey, Kopla. Thank you. Good morning. Thanks for joining, Joe. So what we have to do, so there's two things to do then. We have to, back at this, where on this screen where we're selecting where we select easy, medium, and hard, we need another one that asks what type of mode. We maybe either a drop down or I don't know, radio buttons maybe. But we need something that can allow you to select which game mode you want to play. And then we need to actually go in. And so if you select the free mode, the timer's not there. And then I would like to get the functionality. I don't think we're going to be able to do it today, but I would like to get the functionality of displaying the data on the left-hand side. I'd like to get that started. And I actually did kind of get that started with, let me find it off screen real quick. Because what I started thinking about the data format of what everything's going to look like. Here it is. So let me get this. So I started thinking about the data format of what of the game data essentially, because you're gonna have data where it's loading that information about those countries, where it's how it's going to read that in. So this was just a very basic. Let's just go ahead and save this here. Let's save it on the desktop for now. This was a very basic like JSON mockup of the data. So you would have a meta field here, which just gave you information about the file itself. Like this is obviously NorthAmerican.dat, which was the name of the file. I mean, actually, I should probably name the file as it is in there. Save as NorthAmerica.dat. And then the version, and then a description, and maybe eventually you could have some other stuff about the metadata there as well. And then of course the meat of it would be the country. So this is the North American game data. So in this I only have 3 countries. You can see here I would have Canada, the cap. Oh, then you could display stuff like this. Maybe like the area, the population, the currency, the language, the flag, etc. Just like, again, some basic facts about the country itself that would get displayed during gameplay. So, where to start? I think the best place to start... Oh, and then I started with the data folder as well. Okay. Because you need a place to store the data, and then there's going to be an entire sub project kind of dedicated to loading the data, randomly selecting a country or a territory or whatever you want to call it from the data, and then once you've selected one, then randomly and selectively showing the fun facts, because I don't want the same fun facts about every country to be shown every time. I want it to be randomized a little bit, so that it's a little more dynamic. And you're like, oh yeah, no, Bolivia has the highest navigable lake in the world. I've read that 6 times. No, I want it to change a little bit. But the easiest place to start really is just with implementing the screen where I told you where you have to select the game type. So that would be over here in the game select screen. And what we're going to need a radio button. TGUI SFML full example. So what TGUI has, they have like an entire, is this it? No. They have like an entire example of like every widget that they have on the screen. Many different widgets. Here's a box that has everything. So you can see it has tab controls. It even has a little menu. Here's the radio button, which maybe we want. It does. Oh, okay. And here's the drop down. So it could either be a drop down or a radio button. Because actually maybe a drop down would be better. So you'd have a drop down, and then underneath of it you would have a label. And then as the drop down changed, the text on the label would change, explaining what the game mode is. And actually, I think the drop down is best, because then the drop down actually gives us a easy way to add more modes. Like if there's another mode in the future that we think of adding, then it would just add it to the drop down. You wouldn't have to, if we went the radio button route, we have to find space for it. So is the drop down called drop down? Okay, let's look for the text item 2. Okay, so it's a list box. So we can literally just copy and paste this and then put this at the bottom here. Okay. And then we got to change it a little bit, obviously. So we're not going to have a renderer just yet. It's going to be on the right-hand side. Now, again, the sizes and the location of all these things is just, right now it's chaos. That is going to be another thing. So I think get renderer. There's like an entire layout functionality that TGUI has. So let's go ahead and actually create a user story in Jira for that. So there's going to be a story summary. Let's see. Explore is not the word I'm looking for. Investigate's not the word I'm looking for. Let's just do explore the layout options that TGUI offers and that TGUI offers. Let's see, and this is going to be a component for the GUI itself. Currently, the UI is a mess with controls hard-coded within the window, and sizes are not consistent across various resolutions. TGUI offers a solution for this using layouts. Actually, this is not a user story. This should be an epic. Okay. Okay. This work will cover. What will this work cover? This work will cover cleaning up the UI on each individual screen. Okay, that's good enough for now, which is pretty much about as well as I write my stories when I'm actually writing a story for work or something like that. So we'll create that. Okay, so this is, again, just kind of putting it there so I don't forget about it. It's just kind of work that eventually will have to be done. Okay, but right now, I think the best thing to do is to just go ahead and manually set a position on each one. We can make sure it's over to the right. What is this? Member has no add. Oh, it's a pointer. So we'll make sure it's on the right-hand side of the screen, and then we'll add the options that we need. So let's see what else we got going on. So nothing much has really changed since yesterday, I did get one thing that maybe I could show on this stream later on is, so one of the things that I'm doing with my travel videos is I'm trying to, I've been talking to different editors on Fiverr about editing my travel videos, because I love making the travel videos, but editing them is really difficult. But trying to find somebody who's actually going to get my style of humor and style, what I'm kind of going for in the videos, is it takes time. But I have 2 videos that I got one sample and then one actual video that's a rough cut, and maybe we could watch them on here, and then you guys can give me your thoughts on what you think is best. But anyway, right here. Okay, so here's the drop down. Okay, well, so why isn't it a drop down? That's not a drop down. Like that. Wait, what was it on the screen over here? Like, this has definitely got the arrow with the where it drops down. So what is it? What's going on here? Is list box? Nope, that's it. Set size. So the item height is 24, but set size is 120. Could it be the renderer? Set item height, set 24. Let's just nuke the game. So we definitely have to move it to the left. There is a way to do this. Like I can, so this is named hard. How do I do this? I think I did this in the main menu. Let me look at main menu. So did I do it in main menu? No. Where did I do it? Oh, then maybe I did it in the game screen. So you can actually reference the location. Here it is. Like this. You can actually like reference the location of the other controls so that you can tell that, oh, okay, well, put it to the left of this one. So let's try that. So this is going to be list box. And then what we're going to do, we want the left-hand side. Well, wait a minute. We want the left-hand side to be the right of hard button. We're just going to do that. Plus 20, okay? And then we're going to want this to be kind of up top. So we can just do this as 10. I think that should work. We can get rid of this set position. But I still want to know. Let's just put this as 24 and see what happens. I still want to know why it's not an actual drop down. It's not like you can't click on it and have it drop down the options. Why isn't that? Your administrator requires the certificate of this item. The scan. What item? Okay, so new game. Oh. Okay, we are a step closer. Okay, whoa, wait, go back. So why is it not on the right-hand side? Like, I would expect this to be over here on the right. Set position. Left hand is on the right. It's like it can't hard button. Oh, no. Oh, okay. I see why. Okay, so a couple of things, because this is actually, let's name this hard button. I think we can all agree that hard button is a better name. Hard button. Okay, so and then down and then okay, so set item height. Let's make this bigger. Let's like make this 64 and this would be 64 as well. So let's make it like significantly bigger. But I want to know why because like if you look here, it is definitely like a drop down, right? Like that is definitely, you click that and that's going to drop down. Why? All right, let's see what we got. Okay, new game. No, that just allows me to scroll. That's not what I want. Huh. TGUI list box not dropping down. Let's look at this. Okay, here are some information on the drop down lists in TGUI. If no element is selected, if the user types an element, okay. The current method, opening and collapsing the list box first, can fix the issue with the combo box okay, TGUI does not support dragging an object on top of another. Is it a combo box? But a combo box, oh wait, this is a list box. This is the list box here. And some list box too. We've got some edit boxes. But what's this over here on the right hand side? Is that a combo box? Is the code wrong? I want to see an example of a combo box. Okay, this is what I'm looking for, right? So maybe that I thought that would have been like a drop down or a combo. Okay, so maybe it's a combo box. let's just try. Let's. I mean, it looks like the API is pretty much the same, but you have to have a set selected maybe. So let's try that. So combo box, and I'm going to keep these the same for now. Set item height. It looks like you comment that out, and then it would be list. I'll change the variable name in a minute. I just want to see if this works. And then set selected item. Set selected item. Oh, okay, I got it selected by name. All right, we'll just do this just to make it happy for now. Let's see if that works. I think I have a good feeling about this. I have a strong good feeling that this is going to work. Yeah, no, every time I compile a new version, my security is like, oh, this is going to take 60 seconds to scan. I need to scan this file. Excuse me. Okay, that's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, so why is it still not on the right-hand side? Like, I don't get that. Hard button. Its name, hard. Oh. I didn't name the item. You have to name the item. Set text. I thought I had named it already. So you could do hard set. There's like a set name or set item name or something like that. Set user. Set widget name. There it is. And then, oops. Might as well do it for the others. So this will be easy button. Come on. I'm not a big fan of this keyboard I'm using, but I'm too lazy to get another one. It's going to be medium button right there. Hard button, hard, medium button. Ugh. Okay, this is going to drive me nuts. So I need to move this hard up here. Okay. And then hard button. There we go. Okay, now let's try it. Let's give it a shot. Let's see what happens. Now the drop down should be on the left-hand side. How can I get this damn thing to appear on this window? Okay, I mean, that's not exactly what I mean, that's I mean, it did what I asked it to do, right? We can move it down so it's the same height as the easy button, and then we'll have a little text area as this changes. So let's see. How can I get the text inside of there bigger? Is there like a set? So first of all, before I forget, let's change this to combo box. And we're going to try and change the text size. I believe most of the controls seem to have a like set text size, set text size, and we'll set it to, since we're set to 64, let's set it to 60. And then what we're going to do is we're also going to, let's change this to easy button just for consistency, because what we're going to do is we're going to put this at the same height as the easy button. I want to move this over more, so let's do 50, not 560. Oh my God, see what I mean about this keyboard? Okay, here we go. And then this will be easy button top. Is that what it's called? I'm going to assume yes. Is it? I'm going to assume that's going to work. Let's see if that works. All right, we got this coming in. It's going to compile. It's going to take its time. LDG Free the Net says good morning. Good morning, LDG Free the Net. That is quite a mouthful of a name to say. We are working on our game, LDG Free the Net, our game in which you will draw countries, essentially. It will tell you which country to draw, and you have to draw a map of the country, and then depending on how well you draw the map, that determines whether or not you win the game. Okay. Yeah, Just go away. Stop scanning. See fewer notifications. That's what I want. See fewer notifications. OMG. I get informational. No, I don't want. Whoa. All right, just go away. Just leave me alone, Windows. Oh my, I fucking hate Windows secure, like the Windows virus, whatever it's called. I can't remember. I hate it. All right. So this is what we wanted, right? This is bigger text. We need to make it wider, so we can make this something like, I don't know, set size. We can make this like, I don't know, 360. We'll make that wider. And then, yeah. And then we still need the label down here that's going to change. So LDG says, morning, LDG is my name. Free the net is what I am programming. You can just call me LDG. Good morning, LDG. All right, so we'll have, remember, we have two modes here. We have, let's see, free mode. And then we have, whoops, nope, stop. I hate this keyboard. Because I just pushed, I fat finger, it's so easy to fat finger on this keyboard. Just stop. Where is the, no, I don't want to run. Stop. Thank you. Okay. We have free mode, and then we have timed mode. And these names, of course, are subject to change. Okay. Now, at the same time, we need the label. So let's add the label. This is going to be auto label. Let's see. We'll have a new. Oh wait, can I just reuse? Where's the label from earlier? Was there a label? Okay. No, there's no label. Okay. TGUI label create. Let's see. I have an idea. No, wait. Is there like a default text? Is there like a unselected text option? No. Let's worry about that next. Addy Goes Places and LG are the two best programmers I know, other than myself. Okay, well, first of all, Joe, you don't program. You write little scripts in PHP, which is barely programming. That's not even programming. That's like intern work. You're like a glorified intern. All right. So labels text is going to depend on the combo box, which is easy, but we just need to get everything in place. And with this keyboard, it's like it is a challenge with this keyboard. And Captain Fandom Nerd is here. Hello, Captain Fandom Nerd. So set the size, the width, and then we're going to set it to like 360. We're kind of just making up numbers now. I don't know where these numbers are coming from. We want these to be a little smaller, and then let's see how the AI does with the position. Set position easy button left. No, we want easy button. We actually want this to be, let me see, combo box, set widget name. We'll just call it combo box for now. This is like if I saw this in a PR, I would probably reject this because combo box tells me nothing about what it is, about what it's a selection of. It just tells me it's a combo box. But I'm going to be lazy. So remember, just do as I say, not as I do. So this is going to be combo box left, right? Because we want the label to be on the same column as the combo box. And then we want it to be at the bottom of the combo box plus, let's go with 50. No, let's go with 20. 25. Let's compromise a little bit. And then label set text. Okay. Look how good the AI is, right? Look, I mean, the AI knows what I want to do. Free mode, no time limit, time mode, solve the puzzle as fast as you can. Like the the AI knows. Like I've been using Copilot autocomplete or Copilot, which I mostly just use the autocomplete functionality. It is sometimes scarily accurate of what you want to do. Now, you do have to hold its hand sometimes, and you have to watch it because it will write code and you'll be like, oh, that's fine. And then you look closer and you're like, oh, no, wait, that doesn't do exactly what I needed to do. So you do have to kind of like supervise it. But really, it's like having a junior engineer write code, like when you're talking out loud thinking what you need to write, and then the junior engineer just goes and writes it really quick, and then you're like, oh yeah, no, that'll work, that's good. And the scary thing is that it is only going to get better. But I have mixed feelings about AI taking over programming, because even at some point you need a human to say what you want, right? And I don't. So I think programming as a job, probably, hopefully not for another 10 years or so, is going to change. I think it's going to be more. I think it's going to be more They're going to be more architectural positions, because it's probably going to be It's probably going to be computers writing the code, whereas it's going to be humans that are telling it what code to write. Like I need a program that does X, Y, Z. It needs to have an option that does this, this, and this, and then but if this option is selected, you need to have another option that does this, this, and this. And so I think that's kind of going to be the job. Like programmers' jobs are going to be in the future. I think they're going to be more designing, until eventually the AI is so good that that they just kind of that the computers start telling us what we want. Hopefully, I will be retired by then. But hopefully, I plan to be retired in the next 5 years or so. But so hopefully, yeah. Hopefully, maybe I'll be an old man, and seeing like these young kids doing their computer programming by just like telling the computer what they want it to do. Okay, so this is good. This is close to what I want. I want that box to be bigger. So it needs to be wider, and then I want the text to change as I select. So let's see. So we need to make the box wider. Let's make it 1024. So can you have? Oh, I bet you can have -1. Let me see if you can have -1 as a selected index. But yeah, I definitely think that programming as a job, I feel bad for like young kids that are getting into it, because I don't see it being much of a job in like 20 years, 30 years. If you're in your 30s and you're a programmer, I think you're probably good. But if you're like a teenager and you want to become a programmer, maybe. Okay. So this is kind of what I wanted. Okay, if you noticed, it didn't have... Can I go back? I can't go back to the main screen. Okay, so new game. If you know, it doesn't have a selection, so I got to select here. So there's a couple of things to do there. Maybe we should actually just have free mode selected, right? Right? Yeah, I think so. We'll just have free mode selected. Okay, so the text here is not going to be... So the text here actually will just be free mode, no time limit. And then what I wanted to do, so I need to add a handler. I'm sure the combo box has a handler of some type. Let's see. Is it have like on change or something? Oh, on item selected. That's what so if you notice that the UI is telling me on item selected. And look how good, this is what I was talking about with the UI. This is how good the UI is. So it's on item selected, which means when I select a new item, and then it's even writing the code where it gets the combo box label, which is wrong, but it's close. It gets the label, and then depending on what I've selected, it's going to set the text for that. I mean, it's amazing. So I can go ahead and insert that, but I need to clean it up a little bit. So first of all, let's see, label get item, GUI get, I need to get, I need to get this label. So actually, I think, and look, I needed to name this label combo box label. It's already, it's put it in for me. So now this piece of code is right. Combo box label. Now I'm not crazy about the way that it did this. I would rather it do this by index, right? Because it's getting item, it's getting the selected item, or let's see if item. Oh, is that how that works? Is that the actual Lambda? An item selected. I don't know what this means. This is single item and items. No, let's see. This is combo box. I'm trying to figure out how the combo box, I'm trying to figure out the callback for when the combo box changes. Surely there is one. There would have to be one. I mean, it would be impossible. I mean, it would be kind of a useless thing without it. It would probably be called something like set. And then we could look at the set size, set enabled, set items to display, set selected item. Because I'm thinking it'd be like set call. Okay, maybe it is. Let's see if this compiles actually. Let's see if on select, item select actually compiles. Okay, it doesn't compile. On items, no matching overload function. Okay, so this is connect. So that doesn't tell me. It doesn't tell me the. It tells me that the lambda that the AI put in is wrong, but let me see. I'm just going to have to go to the internet. TGUI combo box. The documentation for TGUI is actually pretty good. Let's see. Set enabled. Is there a section that just says callbacks project? Okay. Political protected members. Get signal. Render changed. No. Oh, come on. Render changed. Change item. Change item by ID. Set change item on scroll. Okay, where is the API for this? There's got to be an API for this. The selection change committed event is raised when a user changes the selection. A handler can be created, but is this for TGUI? This is for TGUI, it looks like. Okay. Intercept event when combo box at no. All right, let's. Oh, this is a very basic thing that I want to do. I'm just going to look for samples here, just sample code. TGUI add. Okay. Combo box. Okay, there's the combo box. Set renderer. Connect. Oh, okay. Well, there's a connect here. Oh, is this it? Is that really how you do it? So it has a signal name that's a string. That can't be it. Let's look at that. That seems like a wonky implementation. I'm not crazy about this implementation. Combo box. I'm also not crazy if the sample code is using the public or using the namespace. Okay, so there doesn't seem to be a connect message. Has no member connect. Addy Goes Places. If you want to hear LG Fruit real-time comments to your programming, you can listen, interact. What is this? Oh, yeah, I haven't signed up for StreamYard yet. I don't know. It scares me. I don't know what it is. I look at it and I'm like, no, I haven't signed up for it. I'm scared. All right, let's just look at the IntelliSense. So what do we have here? We have add item. Do we have anything that starts with on? Like on item. Okay, here we go. We have On focus, on mouse enter, on mouse leave, on position change, on show effect, on size change, on unfocus. Okay, is there a connect? Oh. Okay, is there a connect here? Contains. There has got to be a signal when an item is selected. I refuse to believe that there is no way to do this. We're going to have to just look at the source code. Expand. Okay. Up, down, expand direction. First, let's look for the word signal. Okay, this is protected, so it doesn't... Okay, get signal. I don't know what that's for. Don't really care. On item selected. An item was selected in the combo box. Optional parameter, selected item or its index. So how do I use this? This is a signal item. This is a... Is this a callback of some type? What is signal item? Signal item is just... Okay, yeah, it is a callback. So how do I use that exactly? I'm just going to have to look for exactly what I want. TGUI combo box when item select. And if this doesn't show any results or any good results, let's see. Then what I can do... Okay, okay, I get that, but I just want to know how to use it. Okay, let's see. Maybe this is combo box on. It is a. Well, why did it say it was a callback? Oh, you can do it as either an integer or a string. Oh. So wait a minute. Wait. Then wasn't the AI correct? On item select. I mean, it does an index, but it does an int, but let's try it with this. Let's try combo box, on item selected. Let's just leave an empty lambda like this. No. Don't put all that garbage in there yet. Okay, let's see if this compiles. Let's just see if this compiles. The string didn't compile. The string version of this callback didn't want to compile, but now maybe the integer version will. And it did. Okay. Now let's let the AI do its thing. Give me a suggestion, AI. Okay. So the AI is going to... So I need to capture this, I guess. I prefer to do this. Is it this way? It's not going to do it like that. Is it that way or is it the other way around? I can't remember. I can never remember. I guess... Oh, okay. You name the variable and then you tell it what you want it to be. I think that's what it is. Maybe not. All right. For now, we're just going to do this. Okay. So we get the GUI, we get the combo box. If index equals this, then okay. So that is ultimately what we were after. That was a long-winded way to get there. Let's just clean up the code a little bit. And then let's make sure it compiles. I don't like capturing this. I kind of want to just capture the GUI, but I can't remember how to do that. Is it this or is it the other way around? Is this giving me an error? Professional. Cannot be referenced. It's a deleted function. What about this then? Oh, okay. It doesn't like that. It's going to... Okay, I get it. It's because it... Okay, it's because... So let me just pass by reference then. It's because the temporary variable... It's because they deleted the... There's no delete... There's no destructor. And so... The temporary would have to be deleted, and you can't delete it. So, okay. All right. This looks good. Let's try it. So would Streamlabs like allow me to stream on multiple platforms at the same time? Like I know some people do that. Like they'll stream on like Facebook and YouTube and something else. Can you do that with Streamlabs? Or is Streamlabs just that like collaborative thing where people can join your stream? Okay, so here we go. So this is essentially what I wanted, right? This is what I wanted. Now the time mode eventually should have more times, and 5 minutes seems long, but that's just kind of what the AI did. Let's just do 2 minutes for now. We just change the text. It doesn't really matter. StreamYards and yes. What did I say? I said StreamYards. What did I say? Streamlabs? Oh, maybe I said Streamlabs. Okay, StreamYards. StreamYards. No need to sign up, but up to you. I still don't know what I'm looking at. What am I looking at? I don't understand what I'm looking at. What am I joining? Why do I want to join? No, it's scary. I'm terrified. Okay. So, this is 2 minutes. This is... you know, Joe, you've got me all distracted. Shut up. All right, let me see. Now my dog's barking. Everything's just... It's just pandemonium. It's chaos in this house. All right, here we go. Got the game running with Lolzaps and Dogfinger Studios. Okay, this is good. So now what we need to do is we actually need to convey the selection to the game engine, right? Like when we select it, we need to add it. So remember, we added this. Where did it go? This new game setting. So here, probably. I feel like this is getting enum out of control, but whatever. Game type. I mean, I think this is game type is fair, but this isn't what we want. We want, there is no classic. There is free. A never-ending Zoom call. People come and go. I don't like talking to people. Why would you? Don't go away. I don't want that. That's scary. I don't want to talk to strangers. Joe, you should never talk to strangers on the internet. Okay, so remember the other day we added this new game settings, and I told you like, yeah, eventually we might need more settings for the game types. When you start a new game, we might need more specifications that the user has selected, and that's exactly what this is. This is. And this way we don't have to pass it through the chain of, handlers and functions. We just have to add it to the struct because the struct is already being passed through that chain of handlers and functions. So it's okay. Wait, is LDG is he live right now on another, or is he just sitting in a Zoom call? I don't know. I'm too old. I'm not a boomer, but sometimes I feel like one. I just no. I am going to be 50 next year. I'm going to be 50 next year. 50. 50. I don't want that. That is, oof. Oof. All right, so this does what I want. Okay, so let's make sure. So LDG is 43. Well, good for you. I remember, what was I doing at 43? That was 6 years ago. That was 2018. Ah, yes. Yes. I remember 2018. A couple years before COVID, my cat died in 2018. I got to say, like my life is good. Like I have, everybody can find something to complain about their life regardless of how good it is. So I don't want to make it sound like I have I'm ungrateful for the life I have today. But in 2018, like my cat had died, and that took a toll on me, right? That sucked. Like Joe remembers how much I loved that cat. So my cat died, but I was living in this little condo, like this 1-bedroom condo, but it was just me. For a while, it was just me and my cat. But then after the cat died, it was just me. So it was just me. And suddenly I had no girlfriend. I had no pets. My daughter was grown, didn't need me. And it was like, I was free. Like, I was free, man. And it's like, what did I do? The first thing I did is I took a trip to St. John's in Canada, to Newfoundland. I'd always wanted to go to, no, I'm sorry, to Newfoundland. They will correct you. If you say Newfoundland, they'll say, no, it's Newfoundland. Newfoundland. But anyway, so the first thing I did was I took this trip and I was free. Like, why? Ah, like now I do all this traveling. I have to worry about people in the house, my wife, the dog, the. But like, if I had done this back when 2000, when I was 43, oh my God, I didn't have to worry about anything. Just like, oh, hey, let me get my buddy to pick up the mail once a week for me, and then I'm good. Oh, I don't know what I was thinking. Anyway, okay. So when we at some point we create a new game settings object. Where do we create that? Let's find that out. Right here. I see how we're doing this. So we're kind of cheating here. We're just kind of like doing here. And it GUI. I think what we need to do instead, because I don't want to have multiple points of logic in each lambda, right? Because this is just when it pressed. Like, this is just what this is what button was pressed, right? I think what we need to do is we need to have a single, like, get new game setting kind of function. And then that gets called in each lambda on the button. And that should be it. Maybe? Or do we want to be lazy? No. We don't want to be lazy. No. We don't want to be lazy. All right. So game select screen. Let's have another private. New. I'm going to use a namespace. New game settings. Let's see. Get new game settings. Yeah, we'll do this. I think it just needs to be that. And then what we'll do, let's go to the CPP file, and let's put it down here. All right, so what this is going to do is just going to look at the combo box. Why is this like this? I mean, this actually could just be const. Remember, kids, it's always best to make your functions const if you can. That's good. There's reasons for that. LDG says, you don't look 50. Thank you. I'm not 50. Go to hell. I'm 49. Thank you. Joe says, it's live, but not on YouTube. I'm going to stay on YouTube. Okay. So why is this like this? I don't understand why that's like that, but we'll leave it as it is for now because I'm sure the reasons will become apparent. Declaration is incompatible with type. Game select screen. Game select screen. I mean, it looks good to me. Remember what I said. A lot of times, problems will just kind of fix themselves. Actually, this is not going to compile. It's going to complain that I'm not returning a value. So let's just have it return something. It's going to give me an error because it started compiling before I made that change. That's fine. New games is not a member. Game select screen. Did I name the function wrong? No. Get new game settings, and then we come over here. Get New game settings. What am I? There's something obvious I'm missing. Oh, okay. Now it's working. I guess I just typed get new game settings. I probably had a typo in there and didn't realize it. Okay, oh no. Get new game settings is not a member. It's okay. I know this isn't the problem, but I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this namespace here on the return type. Just to make it easier to read. It's not live on any platform. It's a private stream that I publicly keep open to access. Okay. What am I doing wrong here? What am I doing wrong? There is something obvious that I am doing wrong, and I don't know what it is. Like, it doesn't like the parentheses. Is new game settings? Does it not see new game settings? Okay, let's just try changing. This is sometimes what you have to do, right? You just got to try changing things around and seeing what breaks. Why? What am I doing wrong here? I'm very, very confused. This is going to compile. If it compiles, then I think it's just a matter that it didn't see. Okay, it compiled. All right, so the problem was, I think the problem was that it didn't have new game settings. It didn't see new game settings. Those are defined in Game Engine, but I'm scared Game Engine is going to use Game Select Screen. No, maybe not. Okay. So let's try. Hopefully we don't have a circular dependency. Game Engine. And now we can do new game settings. All right. And now that should compile. Let's make sure that compiles. Wait, why are you going squiggly red? Why are you getting squiggly red on me? Sometimes the IntelliSense, the linter. Okay, yeah, the linter is behind the compilation. Okay. Alrighty. So now what I'm going to do is, I think, how do I want to do this? I think basically what needs to happen is inside each Lambda, we know we're going to have this, right? So each Lambda basically will just call right. That. Oh, wait. No. That's not the way I want to do it. I want to do it like this. Oh, but I'm going to have to. No, equals should be fine. No, equals is a copy. Let's do a reference. I don't want to make a copy of everything. So then this would be this. Get new game settings, right? So we set this variable to the current, so we grab the new game settings, and then we have to set it to hard, and then we just set the data to settings right here, right? And then this is going to be pretty much the same for all the lambdas, except the only thing that's going to change is that hard. So up here, it's going to be the same. Remember, indenting is important, right? You got to have consistency with your indenting, or else I will reject your PR. Okay. I was complaining about this yesterday. I've seen people who just, they have like no regard for their style. Like, it is important. It's important that your code function. And it's important that your code function well, right? Because there's a difference between functioning and then functioning well or functioning poorly. And I mean, you can have an algorithm that does what you want the algorithm to do, but maybe there's a way to do it 100 times faster, right? So and whatever. So there's writing code that's functional, but then there's writing code that is just stylistically good. And that's easy to read and that looks neat. Because the thing is if I see your code and it looks like, and you look sloppy in the code, like you've just kind of just put variables here, your spacing's all inconsistent and just your indenting's inconsistent, I'm going to reject that. Because my thinking is, well, if you don't even have the self-respect to pay attention to your indenting and your stylistic choices in your code, then what am I supposed to think about the actual functionality of your code? Like literally, like if you can't take like this was something I was complaining about yesterday, like this, right? See how that has a space here and then, or no space there, but then it has a space there. If you can't take the time, or you don't even have the forethought to think, oh, that doesn't look good, I should put a space here. Like if you don't even have the fortitude or whatever to do that, then I'm going to question all your code. And not just the spacing and the indenting. I'm going to question the functionality of your code and how well it works. I'm going to scrutinize the F out of your code. But if I see consistency in the spacing, then I'm going to be a little more comfortable with your code. I probably won't be as harsh, but oh my God, it's so many engineers I have seen that just, not so many, but just recently, like a lot of engineers I've seen that just have no regard, complete disregard for stylistic choices in their code. And I'm sorry, but that is important. It is important. And also another thing. So like, if you're working in a large code base, and let's take this if statement, right? And you're looking around, you're reading the code. Yes, Joe, engineers do code. Sorry. I know. Engineers don't code. Yes, they do. If you're reading around code and you see things like this, and then you write something like that, like, are you not reading? Are you not reading the code? Are you not reading what's happening? So it's like, be consistent with the code base that already exists. So, and personally, I cannot stand code like this. I cannot stand having that bracket on the same line as the if. Oh my God, I will reject that so fast and be like, we have a style code. And then I was actually, I was really, because you can have, what is it called? It's the Clang style thingy. But you can actually hook it up so that stylistic choices like that will not compile, so that your code won't compile, so that you'll get an error when you try to check it in. And I was really thinking about, Clang format. And I was really thinking about on my code base at work, I was really thinking about like, maybe I want to enable that, but no, I'm not going to. But please, if everywhere in your code you see if statements written like this, do not write them like that. Because I will tell you, nope, change that. Anyway, where were we? I don't even remember what we were doing. Okay, we were working on the new game settings. So we have the, I'm going to close this for now. Because we initialize the settings and then we change it to medium or hard or easy accordingly, and then we pass it to the GUI results.data, and that's good. So what we need to do is we need to get the combo box, and then from the combo box we need to get the mode. So basically, if the index is 0, then it's 0. So let's see. So how do we? Okay, we did learn from the IntelliSense that we can get the combo box. But watch this. This is pretty cool. I'm going to see if this works. I'm going to say, wait a minute. I am going to see, this is named combo box. So I'm going to say get a pointer to the TGUI widget named, and let's see if it does it. Boom, right there. It did it. It did it. It did it. Now, let's see. Okay, now I got the pointer. It probably will actually already do what I want it to do. Yeah, right here. I mean, that's very close to what I wanted it to do. That's extremely close. All right. New game setting mode free. It's very close. It's extremely close. But let's see. I'm pretty sure that I had level as the first one, and then let's see. Here we go. Level and game type. So mainly the levels doesn't matter because the level's not going to get set by this function. Level. Let's put a little comment in there. Level gets set by the caller. So it doesn't matter what it's going to be in here. It got these backwards for some reason, which is interesting. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to do a single one. In general, for performance, this kind of pattern is better. I'm speaking for C++. I don't know about other languages. Maybe it's different in other languages. But in general, and I kind of hate this, but in general, this kind of pattern where you are in an if statement and then you return within the if statement and then you return outside of it if on the other condition, in general, that is more performant as opposed to what I'm getting ready to do, which is new game settings. And then what I'm going to do is, if it's 0, this is 0 is free mode. So I'm going to actually do settings, game type equals mode free. Else, is it not going to complete it for me? Come on. Okay, timed. Okay, is it not timed? Level, game type. Okay, that's why it's complaining. This is actually game type. Okay, and then we can just do return settings. So what I did here, right, was I declared a variable, and then this pattern is easier to read, I believe, because generally you want to enter the function once, unless you're talking about coroutines, that's a whole different thing. But generally you want to enter the function in one place, which is what you will always do. You'll always enter it at the beginning, and then you generally want to exit it at one place. So if I start putting a return there, like if I put a return here, blah, 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 it's going to exit at a different place. And suddenly you're exiting in two different places in the function. So it's kind of not best practice, but it's good reading. It's easier to read like this. And generally what I'll do is I will generally prefer a pattern like this if it is non-performant code. If it is like this is literally going to be called once when you start a game. So I'm not concerned if it's going to take 800 milliseconds as opposed to 12 milliseconds to run. I'm not really going to care that much. But if there is something like this within the game loop itself, where performance is, as we get deeper into this game, we'll see that performance is going to be more and more important. Then yes, then you're going to start thinking about these patterns of like, okay, well, let me return early because that's going to be quicker. But for now, I think this is fine. So what we'll do is we'll set a breakpoint over in the game screen itself, and we'll just make sure everything's being passed back like we hope. So I think I did this off camera or off stream. I added this new game settings to the game screen. So what I want to do is I'm just going to set a breakpoint down here. And I just kind of want to make sure that things are set as you would expect them to be set when you select the game. So we come over here, we got the game over here, new game. Okay, so we're going to start with timed mode, medium time mode is what we're looking for. So I'll go over here to the debugger, settings, we have medium timed mode, perfect. Okay, then we'll exit out of that, we'll do new game, we're going to do hard free mode. And then we got hard free mode. So I think it's safe to say that this is working. New game, easy time mode. So I think, yeah, easy time. So I see no reason to see why the other combinations wouldn't work. I think this is working fine. I think we're going to commit our changes. So again, like I said, I kind of like to just look at all the changes. This, maybe we'll clean that up really quick before we go. I'll leave that for a minute. All right, so here we just added this new function. Here, I think the game select screen, we did a bunch of work where we actually, well, we named the widgets. We call our new function within each lambda. We added the combo box with the labels. New game settings, yes. Okay, so that's good. And then game engine, we added a new thing to the new game settings. Whoops, I didn't look at it, but let me check it out really quick. So yeah, you can see here where we added the new stuff. So let's see. Added selections for new game type. And we'll commit and push that. Okay. Now, maybe the last thing we can do really quick. Do I feel like doing it? Let's see. Let me look at main. So, wait. What did I change? Oh, I fixed the compilation error. That's kind of important, yeah. And then down here, you know what? I'm gonna push this. This is commenting. I'm going to just say I'm commenting out the data directory for now. One thing I do want to do, okay, so that should be pushed. Let me do this off screen really quick. Let me find, oh wait, that's the wrong, let me do, whoops. Let me do this. All right, so here is our, repo. I think what I want to do is, so I've just been working on this dev branch, right? And like not really paying much attention to it, but it's getting a little old. It's basically turning into main or like I need to start working on proper branches. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to merge this, squash and merge. Let's get rid of this. So this way, everything is now going to be on the master branch. Let's see. There we go. Yeah. So this is the master branch. So I should actually come down here. Get checkout master. Rebase. All right. That should all be good. And then let me just rebuild this just to make sure. And then rebuild the project. So now any future work that we do, I'll start branching, doing proper like feature branches and things like that. Because like I said, everything was just on that dev branch. And also a buddy of mine, he says he wants to help with the with this game. So that's also going to make more sense. So that way he can branch from master and do what he's going to do on his branch, and I can do what I needed on my branch, and then we can, like actual like proper development practices. So hopefully that will make that a little easier. Yeah, I think next time what I want to do is I want to work on the actual game screen itself. And getting the elements of the game screen in place depending on the type of game you've selected. And maybe we can even get the timer to start ticking down. And then after that, then we'll start with it. Like, mind you, I'm getting like the entire UI in place before the game mechanic of even drawing is even like, it's not even near ready. Like there's a ton of work that needs to be done on getting the data in a format that the game can understand and measure against what you actually draw. There's issues with the drawing itself right now, like I explained yesterday. So there's a lot of work to do still, but it's all just iterative baby step work. So I think that's good. I likely will not be here tomorrow. I apologize, but I will hopefully be back on Wednesday, either playing City Skylines or programming. I don't know, but have a great rest of your weekend, and I will see you at some point next week. Thanks for watching. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.